Hey, we wanted to be more than a stick. Well, that's what he carries. He's a stick. Okay, people. Welcome back to another Fwoosh action figure review. Today I'm looking at the 2014 movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Donatello. I picked him up just on a whim. Donatello's the man. He's my favorite out of all of them. I figured I'd give it a shot, even though I've seen, the trailers and the pictures, and I don't really care too much for the look of the turtles in the movie. I thought I'd just buy it, so am I happy? I couldn't tell you. I mean, it's Donatello. I guess that it doesn't make up for the figure itself, I guess, but I'm trying to justify it in my mind right now. First off, he comes in, you've probably seen these already. The packaging, graphics of the movie Turtles. I'm glad the figure didn't come with the nerd glasses. I don't know if it's going to show up in the movie, but I'm sure it will. I don't know. Maybe it would have added something, but probably not. It probably would have pissed me off even more. But all the figures available right now. I've seen all these at Walmart. I just picked up Donatello. You know why. One thing I didn't notice until I started looking at the back, all the turtles are pretty thick and, muscle looking, and then you get to Donatello and it's really evident whenever you get the figure out, but he's got some scrawny legs. His arms are smaller than the rest of them. I guess he's the nerd. He sits at the computer all day, maybe, but he can still go out and kick some ass. One of the things that, kind of baffling me, but Leo has the motif, the samurai, this going on. Raph's the street guy, just bare minimum, big muscle. Mikey's the party guy. He's got the orange tubing and the long sleeve shirt tied around his waist. Yeah, he's party. Don's got gadgets all over him. I guess I'd be okay with that, but I don't understand are these solar panels? What's with the paneling down here? Was that, hey, he doesn't have any, ninja culture in his wardrobe. Let's throw this on there. So, I like this. I like the bandanas. I like the long, the trailing end of the scarves, I guess, but still not enough to save it. And it's made out of a pretty flexible fabric, plastic. So if you wanted to, if his head got much movement, you can throw it back. You can throw this back here. He kind of looks like a dog running now, but articulation wise, he has some up and down. Easy enough to pop off the head, pop it back on. He's got hinge and swivel shoulder, gets all the way around. He's got a hinge and swivel elbow. Nothing in the torso. His hips hinge and swivel, and they're pegged straight up into the torso. So you have to kind of get around to make it go out, which he gets out about 90, and then hinge and swivel at the knees. So it twists at the top just to, make use of the articulation because of the way it's pegged. And then you can come back down. And that's it. Not a lot to work with. especially for a figure that's pretty back heavy. He likes to tip back a lot. Unless you find that sweet spot. I mean, I'm not saying it's just going to fall over all the time, but if you try to get into any kind of action poses, as much as this figure can, you're going to have a little trouble. No ankles, that's automatic. It's kind of off the action figure list for me. Wrists, I can live without. If they were posed in any sort of way with his bow staff, and I don't know what's going on with this bow staff. Is this a spring? Is this a spring? Does it shrink and then telescope? Because it kind of looks like a telescope. Take off that part, and he could, even here. How about to here? About right there. He could tell it. He could, be on a pirate ship. But it just seems like added detail for no reason. Hey, we wanted to be more than a stick. Well, that's what he carries. It's a stick. So with the limited articulation, you want two-handed poses. You're gonna have to get kind of crazy with them, like this, where he kind of looks uncomfortable holding it, like he's playing a guitar, maybe. Left-handed. Right-handed. Let's see if that works better. I haven't tried it yet. No, same concept. You gotta get the elbow out. And then he just, he really looks like he doesn't know what he's doing. As much as a turtle can not look like what he's doing holding a stick. But it's kind of funny. I just picked this figure up, but I had seen it last week, and I was with my 9-year-old son, and he looked, and he was kind of confused why Donatello had a proton pack on, which we high-fived after that. That was pretty sweet. But the sculpting, I can't really complain about the sculpting. It looks nice. I mean, everything's there. I don't know what this ball on the side of his head is. Is that... It's not where it's tied, because these are just... The ends of this bandana are just hanging off, and then there's this ball top thing right here. But the gadgets, pretty well sculpted. You got the tube, his useless skirt thing has a little detail in it. It looks kind of like it was rubbed off, but all his pads, his feet. Yeah, can't really complain about the sculpting. The painting, it's fairly basic. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 colors. I'm probably missing something. There's no pupils in the eyes, which they've gone out of their way to show that the turtles have pupils in their eyes. I kind of like Donatello because he doesn't have the pronounced nose like apparently Michelangelo and Raphael do. There's no paint really on the skin. They went with straight black for the straps and gadgets and stuff. And then the brown leather straps right here, they painted the front, but then you come around to the back and it just kind of disappears, like there's no painting on the back, which, I'm a customizer. I've been known not to paint backs because they're going on my shelf. I'm just going to see the front. But, that's my call. I'm not making toys for a mass market line, which, again, same could be said. Nobody's going to display him backwards. Well, I'm sure there's a few people that probably will, but I won't be. So I can live without that. They even didn't paint the leather parts under his solar panels because they're really not seen from the front. So I can see why, but again, if you're going to go through the trouble of doing the front, why not do the back? The paint doesn't really, it kind of misses the strap sculpt. Otherwise, I mean, it's fairly clean. I mean, yeah, I could point stuff out all day. It's not coming all the way up the shoulder pad, this and that. But, having said all that, I probably won't buy the rest of the turtles. I'm okay with just having Donatello for the price I paid. Yeah, not bad. Not great, but, you know, not bad. On top of being slightly small, here he is with Classics Donatello. Yeah, you can see the size difference. Of course, these figures are slightly larger than I would have liked, but what are you going to do? This one's articulated out the butt, so I can live with that. I think I had to repaint the eyes on this one because he came. I think that eye was pointing that way. And the Nicktoon Turtles, comparable. But man, I dig this figure. This one, I don't know if it's because of the movie look or just a bad action figure. But, and then finally, I know this is a bad comparison, but here's the NECA, I guess, classic comic Donatello. But that's unfair. We can't compare them. So yeah, there you go. If you like the look of the movie, you're going to be okay with the toys just to stand on the shelf. You're not going to get a lot of play value out of them. Even my son looked at it and kind of started eyeing the Nick Turtles afterwards. He'd much rather get those. Of course, that's aimed at him and me and us. These are just to have product on the shelf, I think. So I don't even know where I'll stick this guy. So I can't recommend them, but I can't talk you out of buying what you want to either. So if you like the video, subscribe if you feel like it. But keep on fwooshing.